Hello, everyone, and welcome to BlackAsiaMagazine interview. For those who don't know me, my name is Turner. I am the host of the We Out Here Expat podcast, which is on YouTube, Spotify, and wherever else you listen to your podcast. Right now, the focus of the hour is my main man, Jackson Nguyen. Jackson, for the people who don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you came to live in this beautiful country known as Vietnam?
Okay, so I'm originally from Congo, originally from the Congo, but I was born and raised in Switzerland,
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I speak French, and a little bit of English, And I came here like 4 years ago. Okay, so I have a son, he's half Vietnamese, So I already have some connection with Vietnam through his mother, And, I wanted like a new challenge in my life. So I was like, okay, let's try to go to Vietnam and trying to, like set up something there and, trying to realize something, There's one girl, that I met on Facebook, a few years before to come in Vietnam. So she was supposed to come in Switzerland, and they didn't give her the visa, So I was like, okay, let's try to go there, and I know that she has like a business mind, So I was like, okay, let's go try to go there and try to maybe develop like a business with her, So I was like, okay, let's try to take that new challenge, like a new girl, a new life,
Okay. So, what would you say are some big differences between growing up in Switzerland and starting your life here in Vietnam?
The sun, here is kind of hot the whole year, Switzerland is very cold, so that's the first big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second difference, I feel people here less stressed.
Less stress.
Oh yeah, that's the number two. Like, really less stressed. Like people are more relaxed, like more. Yeah, that's what I have noticed.
And
in general.
so, what are some other things that you've noticed? Because a lot of people would say, well, if you're trying to raise your son as a single father, why would you leave a country that has a great deal of resources to help raise a child? Why would you move to Vietnam, a country that many people consider to be a developing nation, when you have a lot of socio-economic factors in Switzerland that would be an advantage to you?
Okay. Yes and no. Switzerland, for example, if you are somebody you want to get a job and have like a regular life, like 8 hours every day, 6 days a week, okay, you stay in Switzerland, you get a good salary, But if you want, to try something different, like if you have the kind of business mind, Switzerland is too expensive to launch a business, It's really, really expensive, like, and I think even in America, maybe like kind of less expensive. I know it's like really, really more kind of open for that, So Vietnam was really the best choice for me because you can develop a business with like nothing, and make it like big, In Switzerland, you need to have at least, I don't know, $1 million first. Then you can maybe negotiate something, But here it's more about what you propose. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even if, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. When you came here and you had your business idea, like, how hard was it to network and find people to help you launch your business?
My wife, so she's Vietnamese, so she really like helped me a lot for all the administration and everything. So it was kind of easy for me. But I had to do nothing. So she did all the paperwork. But then, I mean, yeah, I just share on Facebook. I try to meet people. I try to be open. So try to, for example, we opened a coffee shop like 3 years ago. So I was like working in a coffee shop as well. Like trying to bring foreigners. And you know,
Okay. Like, what are you, so what, in terms of your business now,
okay.
what business are you doing now?
Yeah,
And
okay,
how's it
okay.
going?
I'm
Is
making
it,
yogurt
mm,
drink. So COVID hit hard almost all businesses.
mm,
But I think the most important is to keep your product in the market, because even if you don't make enough money to, how can I say, to make like a living. But if you can survive COVID and keep your product in the market, as soon as they reopen, then you can start over again. So
true.
no, so it's like so with that point of view, I'm doing good.
All right.
Because I still have the same customer. They're still asking me for the yogurt. Some of them, they are not open yet, but like some international schools or things like this. So it's like, I know I have a market, but now I have to wait until there's no more social distances, and then I will be able to sell more yogurt. So now I just focus on keeping the product in the market. I don't really care about making money, and you know what I'm saying?
Excellent. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit here. You're a businessman. You grew up in Switzerland. You're now starting a yoga business here. You're running a yoga business here in Vietnam. But as a Black man, what has been your experiences living here, working here, and being an entrepreneur here in Vietnam?
Okay. I feel more home than Switzerland. It's like here, they give me the opportunity that they don't give me in Switzerland. Switzerland is a very racist country. I have to get it straight up. It's a very racist country. So as a Black man, you will not be able to have some kind of good position. Not straight up. I have to be honest. But here, that's the opposite. They say that Asian are racist against Black people. Man, here I can develop my business. You know what I'm saying? They care about my product, even if I'm Black. You know what I'm saying? So I, I don't have nothing to complain about racism in Vietnam. Even if, of course, sometimes you cannot get a job because you're Black, or like an English teacher or something. It happens. But like if you're a businessman, there's no racism.
As long as you come here with an entrepreneurial mindset, you're
Oh yeah,
saying
there's no money don't have color.
you have a new relationship. You're married to a Vietnamese woman here,
Yes,
and
sir.
maybe perhaps at some point in time you may start a new family. At some point in
Yeah,
time here.
I'm working on it.
Is that like, how different is it raising or trying to raise a family here in Vietnam compared to raising one in Switzerland? What are going to be, what were some challenges in Switzerland that don't exist here? And what are some challenges here that you wouldn't have had in Switzerland?
Okay, like raising a kid in Switzerland, of course, is kind of easier because, like, you know, for example, my son, we're living in a French part of Switzerland, so we go to school in French, free. You know, you don't have to pay anything. You know, so and the quality of the schools are good in Switzerland. You know, so and it's a very safe country. You know, so seriously, if I have to raise a child, I prefer in Switzerland. You know, but Vietnam is good too. I mean, me, I live in Govap. It's like a popular district in Ho Chi Minh City, you know. And I see the kids happy. They go to school, like they're happy, and you know. So I see no problem. It's like if you're a foreigner and you just have a kid, you can put him in like a Vietnamese school. Why not? You know, at home you will speak English. You know, you will know English. I mean, Vietnamese schools are good too. You have some smart students going to university. They don't go to international schools. They go to Vietnamese local schools, you know. Then they go to university, they graduate and they work for some Japanese firm and things like this. You understand what I'm saying? So you can send your kid to Vietnamese school instead of paying $2,000 or $1,000 in international schools, you know, for real, for real. And it's better because your kid's gonna know Vietnamese, you know, it's gonna know English. If you speak French, it's gonna know English and French, you know. So that's my point of view, you know.
You're saying that you feel comfortable in putting them into a local Vietnamese school as opposed to an international.
Definitely, school. Definitely.
Okay. You're not concerned about any aspects of bullying because of the language barrier or racism?
Okay. It's gonna make him tougher, or it's gonna make her tougher. You know, the parents, that's our job to trying to manage the kid. I grew up in a village. I was the only black man, you know. I'm still alive. So, I think it's not a problem.
Okay.
Of course, of course, there's some, for example, Afro-Vietnamese people. I have some Afro-Vietnamese friends. Sometimes they had kind of hard time at school, you know. But at the same time, they told me a lot of people were really really appreciate them just because they were different. So it was like 50-50, you know. So I teach my kid to take the positive side and to forget about the negative side, you know what I'm saying?
Excellent. Well, earlier before the interview, I was looking into some of the things that you've been trying to do. And within the expat community here, you have Black people from all over the world. Right? You have Black people from the US, you have Black people from the UK,
Canada, you know.
Nigeria. You do a lot of programs in which you try to bridge the gaps between the Black communities. And I just want you to talk a little bit more about that. One, why do you put so much effort into trying to build those bridges?
Okay, first of all, because I love my people, you know. As simple as that. I love my people, and I really believe in us. So sometimes I go a little bit hard, but I have noticed that some of our brothers and sisters, they are in Vietnam, but maybe they will leave soon. You know, they are not really, they don't know what they want to do here. You know, they don't know if they want to stay or go back home. But you have some other brothers and sisters, they're like me, they're going to stay here for like, I don't know, minimum 10 years, or I don't know, you know. So that's with these brothers and sisters that we have to join and build something. You know, if we join like a whole community with half of the people, they are not like really like, they will not stay like a long time, you know. We cannot really make like a long-term plan or organize something serious with people staying here for short period. You understand what I'm saying now? But the potential is really huge. I mean, we have a lot of nice like clothing designers, you know, like beverage and food, you know, like there's a lot of potential, you know. We just need to find like the right, how can I say, way to start maybe something together. So actually we do some meetings once a while. You know, we're gonna start again because COVID was there, so we didn't meet for like 4 months, you know. But we're gonna start to meet from next week. You know, we start again the meetings and trying to figure it out how to. I mean, other communities, they do it, it works. So until it doesn't work for us, I will not give up because there's no reason why it cannot work for us. There's no reason, you know. So let's keep on moving. Let's keep on continue, you know. And we're gonna be successful for real.
A lot of people talk about being Black, but being Black, especially depending on where you're from, what country you grew up in, what language you speak, being Black can be different for different people. How difficult has it been trying to build those bridges between different people within the African diaspora? And what challenges have you faced in trying to do so?
Okay, you know, it's difficult to bring like a Black African with maybe Black Westerners together.
Why so?
Okay, because I think the how can I say, maybe the two groups, if you want, don't know each other well enough. So it's like, for example, the African group will maybe judge the African American group, and the African American group will judge the African group. Then the point number two, what I feel, it's like a little bit of culture, you know. For example, the Nigerian community, they like to stay together and they just stay together. You know? So even if you want to go there and be like, yo, let's, you know, bring together, and they'd be like, get the fuck out of here, you know. So, you know. But in the African community, you have a few of them who can be able to join with the Afro-Westerners if you want, you know. That's the one I'm focusing on, you know.
Okay.
But it's easier to bring African American in the African community than the opposite.
So
it's like, yeah, go ahead.
So you're saying the resistance or some of the pushback, not saying all of it, but some of the pushback is coming more from people from the African continent.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely.
Can you give me some examples of this? Like you talked about Nigerians wanting to stick together, but what are some examples of friction?
Okay.
Between the two communities.
Okay, one example, it's like, how can I say? If I speak to the African group, okay, to say, okay, I want to bring you to meet the other brothers, like, you know, African American. It's like they don't care about it. They don't care at all. I'm serious. You know, I mean, most of them, you know. But when I go to the African American community, when I speak to them about, okay, let's try to bring, like, join all together, even with the African, they are more open to be like, okay, let's try to do something, you know. So that's the pure, like, an example of how the friction is, you know. But like I said, it's more on the African side. That's what I feel, you know. I'm African as well, you know. I mean, I was born and raised in Switzerland, you know, but you know, I got the African culture from my parents, you know.
Mhm.
So it's like I understand how they, you know, they be acting and shit, you know.
Like, how can we, as individual members of the African diaspora, what can we do to strengthen this cooperation between different Black communities around the world? Because this is a problem that I have seen for some time. There does seem to be a disconnect between us. And what can we do to kind of overcome these cultural and language barriers that seem to keep us separated?
Okay, I think, Black people, when there's like a little bit of money involved, you know, maybe they are more motivated. I mean, if there's like a project where people can kind of make money through like a structure, of course it's gonna bring everybody together. But if it's just about, okay, let's join our forces just to be like a family and trying to develop something, they don't care. But if we have something special, I'll give one example. For example, we have a place where we have some Vietnamese people who work for us. And that place is like all the Black people who have who make food or drinks or whatever, you know, we can have like a shop, online shop or something, you know, so everybody can put their product there, and then we sell, you know, from this shop, you know, and maybe everybody pay, I don't know, 500K per month, and you can have your product there, you know, like something that we can help the brother and sister to sell their things, you know. Maybe they're gonna join, you know, but even that, it's difficult to do.
I, I, I definitely agree with you. It's definitely something that would be difficult to do, but I definitely think it's something to fight for. It's definitely worth fighting for.
It's like a little group need to start first. That's what we're working on at the moment. Because if you want trying to join everybody together, it's difficult. But right now we are like 5, 6, 7, you know. We meet, you know, once a while, and we're trying to come up with something. Then we're gonna propose that thing in Black in Saigon and be like, okay, now this is the group, the new vision, you know, and people gonna be like, oh damn man, now it's more serious. I see him. Now they're really together and they launch something. Okay, maybe now I can join because they have already started something and they can see with their eyes. You know what I'm saying?
And then, real quick, can you tell the audience what is Black in Saigon?
Okay, Black in Saigon, it's a network to keep connected each other. I mean, if you want to know if there's a brother or sister living in Saigon, you go in a Black in Saigon and you can see who is, you understand what I'm saying? So Black in Saigon, it's like our, how can I say? Yeah, our network, you know, that's our network. Okay, so you just go on the Facebook, you just type Black in Saigon, and then you will see the logo, and you can just ask to join the group. It's as simple as that. You know, I think you don't need to live in Vietnam. You just need to be maybe planning to come here or something like this, you know, or maybe you love Vietnam or something. It's really open.
Excellent.
You know.
And maybe even just ask questions about living in Vietnam.
Okay. I get it. Yeah, it's not.
So
okay.
Before
Yeah,
we
what's up?
conclude the interview, I just want to ask you for some final thoughts. Did you have anything that you wanted to add? Products that you possibly wanted to promote?
Well, I just want to promote love, you know, that's all I want now. I want to promote more love between each other. I hope that it's gonna be easier to see each other, you know. And yeah, I mean, if we can be more open to each other. I think that, so I just want to share some love and be like, yo, I love you, my people,
And I'm sure the people out there love you too, man. You've been doing a lot of good work out here. You're
I don't
growing the
know if they
business
love
to
me.
go.
I know a lot of people don't like me, but it's okay. I like them, So
Well,
it's
I
okay,
like you, and I'm happy with
So
what you're doing. All right. Okay. Well, guys, this has been an interview with one of the talented and amazing expats we have out here in Vietnam, Jackson Nguyen. Jackson, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay.
thank you very much. And I just want to, how can I say, give you more, positive vibration to keep on going what you're doing with the Black Asian magazines, and thank you for insisting, because you really insisted until we can do this interview. So I was like, no, I really appreciate it because I see that he's really motivated, So yes.
We have to get your story out there. People have to know what you're doing, man. And this is something that can bring more attention to not only just your business, but your bigger ambitions of trying to build bridges within the African diaspora, which I think is something that's really important to do. And something not a lot of people are working on right now. So thank you very much for doing this interview. Thank you for your time and take care.
Thank you. One love.
One love.
Goodbye.